Alright, so what's left to do for this car? Just put the bumper back on, just kind of wash it, put like little things like that zip tied so it's not gonna get cut while it's driving down to Virginia or something. Just do a final, run and everything is alright. But like I've been just checking on the car time to time. It's nice and dry, everything's underneath. As you can see, nothing's leaking. Probably all the stupid like power steering fluid and all this stuff probably flew off, but I'm still gonna wash it to just gonna take everything off from the car as much. A lot of stuff actually burned off too from the wrap and everything. Now I have this guy here, Steven, came from Florida. He just kind of evacuated from hurricane and basically got a chance to do a turbo swap. So I'm doing a Tomei turbo and also the intercooler kit, AEM water meth kit, oil cooler install, and throw it on the dyno, custom tune it. So today my goal is to just kind of undo the bumper, possibly swap out the turbo today, and just kind of set up for everything. And tomorrow I'll do the meth kit install and hopefully get it to tune tomorrow, if not Thursday. So as you can see, kind of cleaned up the shop. It was a mess last night, but just in the morning I came in. I'm still not happy with all the items that's actually placed here, but I want to go like kind of build some bench and little like stuff. But all these cars in a way, it's actually kind of hard. And yeah, anyway, you haven't seen a lot of updates. I did film it, but what happened was probably it was last week. I came out and dropped the engine and transmission on this car just because I want to put what's in the straight out of Copart car, because it's got the BK2 transmission, good clutch in there still. And also while at it, I'm gonna do the BK2 turbo swap that's externally wastegated. So I'm gonna do that and possibly intake manifold too, and I want to do the front end conversion too at the same time. A lot of guys actually, I've been talking to a few guys about, swapping their front end. They're like, oh, let's do it. And, next thing you know, they don't want to do it. Back and forth. I'm just sick of it. I'll just make one. Just the radiator support itself is very expensive, even if you get something used, and like, I'll just make one. My part-time guy, Jeff, came here and kind of transferred everything, suspension-wise, just like spacers and little things, trunk and kind of empty out, e-brake right there. And my goal is to actually kind of completely gut this car out, dry ice it, take those sound deadenings off too, and just make it light as possible, because this car in general is like really heavy as hell. But not gonna happen this week, looks like. Anyway, just gonna start working on this car. It's like 4:30. I was in here. I actually had to drop him off at rental, and I had the Canton guys came in here, so I ended up like dropping him off at like 1 o'clock. Came here, like started working on all the orders, and also have to pay bills. In the back seat of Jess Scoop actually makes a good thing to just put it on the base. Doesn't get dirty, doesn't get scratched up on the parts. So all the parts are actually laid on there, and I might just sit down or lay down and take a nap or something. So got the radiator fan out, all the undercover, one of the undercovers actually mashed, but I have one more, so I might just give him one. Stock radiator is out, stock intercooler, one of the intercooler piping is out, one's about to come out. Now the whole front end is actually missing. So something like this, it makes things a lot easier when you have less components. So I'll actually go ahead and install the turbo first. Radiator hoses and everything is all prepped, and hey, the customer actually went through everything, and I could definitely tell he took care of the car. Like something like this, I'm like kind of scared to put my tools on the car too, because it's like so nice and clean, especially where like the factory paint is, and even the fuse boxes, like really nice and clean. So something like this, I really like to, I don't mind working on it, especially like tuning it. Even interior is clean, though he actually drove all the way from Florida. So I appreciate cars like this. And finally the turbo's off right there. Looks like it's in good condition. Okay, so got done with the installing the turbo. Went in pretty smooth for everything. You know, it's not like I've never done this before. So nice shape, nice and, you know, good fitment. Everything's good quality. Really can't beat the Tomei, and also comes with the year warranty and serial numbers and everything. Also got the radiator mounted. This is for the 3.8. The BK1 2.0 doesn't fit on this car, but 3.8 doesn't fit perfectly either. Mishimoto oil cooler is mounted. I'm only going to just test fit everything so that if I need anything, I'll just order something first thing tomorrow. So I'm just test fitting everything, and I already have some issues with, I mean, the Mishimoto one, I guess the manual one doesn't come with the bottom bolt, so I had to kind of make the bolt. I had to just drill that bolt right there. Everything's fitted. Oh yeah, when I was installing the manifold, obviously you can't find the BK1 used manifold that's in like top shape. So I had to kind of rethread everything, and it took a while to just kind of clean up the flange and use the brand new manifold gasket. Something like that I throw in. We had a bunch of them in stock, because you know, you do all that work and then it start leaking. It's just gonna suck. Right, so within a couple of hours this is gonna be picked up. Though I knew it was gonna rain, but I did a little bit of wash yesterday. By no means I was gonna detail the car, but you know, engine bay just kind of wiped it down nice and clean. I'm double and triple checking everything just to make sure everything's working properly. Once again, though I did a couple of times already. Everything's running great. Interior is like a little wiped down this end, and whoever worked on it cut this part too, so I don't have like something to bolt down to. I'm gonna actually go pick him up with this car and test it out at the same time, show him, you know, everything on the way, and just get dropped off over here. So I'm back at the shop. On the way, barely made it to the AutoZone. Look at all this mess. And got the paint. I had to just use some 320 grit sandpaper. Just took out all the high spots and just repainted it. Looks way better now. Ooh, don't trip. So looks way better. I'm just gonna let it dry. But I have another issue here. I think this whole kit is probably from BK1. So there's no extra for like the power steering lines or anything like that. And also this pipe here, even if I actually connect to the silicone right there, there's no way I'm gonna be able to connect this. So instead of, you know, pipe after pipes and all the clamps and stuff like that, I'll probably just cut the end of it and actually weld the pipe up here. Something I'm just gonna throw in. Alright, so I just started up the car. Since there's no coolant, I'm not gonna run it for too long. Just looking for any leak and just topping off the oil. Everything looks good, no leak, nothing. Especially the oil cooler, I was a little worried because those engines are expensive if you mess up. But there's a little trick to it, and everything's like nice and dry. Just marking out the pipe right here. So this one, for some reason, was facing this way, and definitely I could have like chopped it, you know, put a like a coupler, put a clamp on there, connect like 3 pipes, and it looks ugly. Instead of doing that, I'll just chopped it and use one of my scrap, and not so scrap, you know, that was something that was for me, and basically just made this elbow, tack welded all around just to test fit it. And I think it's gonna be nice right there. And I might just make a little bracket here so it doesn't go anywhere. And it's gonna go to over here to the pipe. I don't even know why this Threadstone intercooler kit didn't even come with the right hardware, and also just the wrong pipe in general. So alright, so I think This came out pretty nice. It's decent. And it's gotta be painted. I don't like adding too much fillers for the pipe like this, and especially if you're painting in black, it'll look like crap if it's too thick of the beads. So hence why it's like very tiny. I burnt some paint, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Alright, so a few coats. A little bit of a heat gun back and forth. The key. This is the pipe. What it looks like. Little like final touch, just like I taped it around, so it looks like the original pipe, which was also kind of painted over because of the meth bung. So a little bit of attention to detail. The major issue, I'd like to help him out, but I don't have to. So I'll just leave it like this for now. But if I get a chance tomorrow, I'll make something. But the pipe came out nice. It's all paint matched, as you can see. Both are paint matched. I like the pipe, how it came out. Nice and like just Yui. Pew! Oh yeah, so I found this pipe here. Which I was gonna actually somewhat use. But look at this. This is actually a local shop did for me a while ago. Look at this inside. At the time, I didn't realize how shitty this pipe was. But look at the quality. I mean, weld isn't that bad or whatever, but like I said, if you paint it over, it looks like shit in the black paint. So yeah, dang. And I think they charged me like $300 or something. I don't know. That was a while ago, like 5 years ago or something. But look at that. Look at the comparison. I was gonna actually give him this one at one point, but not gonna happen. SFR, bitch.